Live from Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide. It's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host, Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Webhead, Mark Markham. And your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communication superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by CityView.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at CityView.com. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web.
Welcome back. It's another Sunday night, like what we like to call the best 2 hours on the internet. Right here with Net Talk Live, we're going to teach you everything you need to know about the internet, the World Wide Web, and of course, how to use it. And of course, there's several ways you can participate with the broadcast of Net Talk Live. Just give us a call at 214-787-1570. If you're outside the state of Texas or DFW viewing area, dial us at 800-583-1570 or go to our website at nettalk.com. That's www.nettalk.com, or send us email during the show to nettalk@nettalklive.com. And of course, if you go to our webpage, you can chat with us during the broadcast. Join us on chat. Have a lot of fun. Ask your questions about the internet and the World Wide Web. Of course, I don't do this alone. I have help. I have great looking help, by the way.
Thank you very much.
You look nice tonight. What is that shirt?
I don't know. It's some gauzy
Part of it I can see through.
thing.
Part of it I can't see through.
Yeah,
Pretty
well,
cool.
It's meant to be that way.
Oh, well.
You're looking quite dapper yourself this evening, Jovan.
It's hot in here. No, I just like that shirt. Good.
Well, welcome to everybody tuning in for the first time. I mean, welcome, folks out there, and we really hope that you'll enjoy the show because we really do. We'll have a lot of information to present to you, and I'm going to present some of my websites. I've got some favorite websites that I spent a long time today, Jovan, surfing for these sites.
Give us a hint. Tell us briefly about one, but don't tell us what it is. Just give us a hint.
What can I tell you? All I will say is, if you really like the X-Files, I've got something better.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Very good. You know, one of the X-Files and some of the stuff on the net.
The Exiles.
The Exiles. And some of the X-Files stuff on the net is some of the most popular stuff that's on the internet and the World Wide Web.
Yeah, it's a really cool site. It really is. So I'll be giving that out sometime in the next 2 hours.
And also tonight, on tonight's broadcast, please stay tuned and make sure you do this. You know, call a friend, tell them to tune in, because on the broadcast we're going to be giving away some of the Microsoft keyboards. You know, the real funky design keyboards.
I haven't seen these.
We're going to be, you know, like the keyboard like I use, the little Microsoft keyboard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you call it? Mark, what do you call those keyboards, by the way? Are they ergonomic, or what's the word for the keyboards?
Natural. It's natural. It's just a natural keyboard.
What?
Well, the way they have it formed is called the natural keyboard, and what it is, it's kind of like the way your hands would naturally sit just in front of you. That's how it's built. Instead of being real square, it's built kind of at a curve away from you, so your hands are more natural. It is supposed to be more ergonomic and less stress on their carpal tunnel.
Yeah, those little bumps
stuff
you can get on your wrist.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I got it.
So we're going to be giving away some of those. All you do is follow along with the show. Know the prize hotline to call in. It's going to come across the screen when we talk about it. I'll say it, of course, when we do it. But remember, you can call into the show at 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. I wonder where the longest call is going to be from. What was the longest call we ever took? Was it Spain?
I
The
don't-
furthest way?
Ireland, I thought.
Was
Well,
Ireland? Well, we
yeah.
had Ireland one on the net phone. Gadge, wasn't the guy
Yeah, it
in
was over
Ireland?
net meeting, I think we used.
Yeah. And then we had some fellow one time in Spain, and he said he loves Net Talk Live because it's like 5 o'clock in the morning there. And he was thoroughly soused when he tuned into the show. It was actually pretty funny. Anyway, let's go to our first call of the night. Let's go to Pam in University Park.
Hey, Pam, welcome to the show. You're on Net Talk Live.
Hi.
Hey.
It's great to get to ask you guys a question.
Great.
I downloaded this thing called PointCast, and my hard drive, I figure it's constantly running because the little light keeps flashing and flashing, and I'm wondering what this is doing to my computer, and I'll hang up and listen.
Okay.
PointCast. You know what PointCast is, Laura? You know, it's where on your computer screen you get like the ticker tape, should we say, stock updates and different stuff like that. It's a
This
ticker
is very
tape.
popular, isn't it?
Actually, what it's called push media, and that, we're going to talk about that after we answer the question, because push media is the new wave of the internet and the World Wide Web. Push media. And it's real simple. It's because they're pushing it on you. You kind of have no choice. You choose it once, and then it comes at you. So anyway, let's go over to Gadget Guy. Let's go over to Dave Matthews. Dave, her question was, she just subscribed to this service called PointCast, which most people know about. Basically what it means is you get sports updates and stock updates. Am I right, Dave? Right on your computer screen. Is that how it works?
Javon, this is the neatest thing. If people that don't have it, go to www.pointcast.com and you can download it. This thing is basically another web browser. It's a big file, like I want to say a 3 meg file. And think of it as a TV station. You can pick channels for news from magazines. There's a little scrolling weather map. You can see weather radar images. This is a big, big client.
Ooh, I would like that one.
It's very cool. And what's happening, Pam, is your computer, this file is so big that your computer is gathering data and exchanging it with RAM or your memory and your hard disk drive. Don't worry about it. It gets kind of annoying with all the disk accesses, but it's not doing anything bad to your computer. It's just collecting news. But it is a neat toy.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, because you can get financial information from this, sports information, weather information. And Laura, you know how, like, say you tuned into CNN News or something like
Yes,
that, and you see that little stripe that goes across the bottom of the screen? That's called a
Right.
ticker.
Okay.
Okay? And basically what happens is it does a ticker to your computer, a continuous update. But what it's called is called push media. Okay?
Javon, you've,
Mush
right.
media.
you've coined a new internet term. What is
push
this
media. So it's called push media, and it's a web thing that's going on. So let's go over to our web head, Mark Markham, because Mark knows a lot about this push media. Mark, how would we explain to people exactly what push media is and how does it work?
Well, what push media is doing is it's given a way for, let me give you a for instance. I use the offline news read from MSNBC, and I've got some special preferences, like I want to see the world news, I want to see technology news, and some things that I have, and I have the program running. And what happens is every once in a while, maybe it's set to 6 hours. I have it set for every 6 hours. It goes out and it polls the server, and before you know it, it automatically updates all my news feeds, any stock or trading information that I want to do, and it's just kind of it's a neat way for me to not have to actually be there to stay up to date.
And what it's called, I mean, we've got some of it coming up on the screen,
Oh,
but what
okay.
it's called is it's called push media, which
Right.
basically means it pushes it to your own computer. It pushes it to you.
Well, good way,
and gives you
Javon.
that information.
A good way to talk about this is you tell PointCast what you want to know. If you want to know weather for Baltimore, weather for St. Louis, et cetera, it tells you a profile. It's kind of like an agent we were talking about last week. And once you set up the profile of what you want, then the internet knows, hey, this guy wants this information. I'm going to give it to him without asking. That way it's continuously updated.
And is it like when you go and you turn your computer, does it have to be on all the time?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay.
That's what gets tricky.
Well,
All
see,
right.
if you look at my computer and I turn it off, it's kind of hard to read it on the screen.
No, Giovanni, you know that. Oh, gosh. Okay, that's okay.
Leave Laura alone. Laura,
Thank you, Dave.
Laura, that is a wonderful question.
Thank you.
Does
Why?
your computer have to be on? Come
To
on.
receive, updates and things like that, Jovan.
Yes, I just had to take advantage of that one.
Yes.
I want to punch you, guy.
This-
Come over and get you.
Yeah, one thing you need to know is that
Jeez.
you need to have your modem connected in order to get the news and the updates. And,
Okay.
But this is really neat in an office setting, although offices hate this because it takes up so much if you've got 50 desks or 1,000 desks trying to use Pointcast, it clogs the internet connection for the whole company.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they've overcome that, though. What they're going to do is put a server at each company, and that server gets the information once, and then everyone gets data off of that server. So the problem has finally been solved, but yes, you will need to keep your modem dialed in.
So, Laura, that's the new hot button. The new hot word you need to know on the internet now is called push
Mush.
media.
I like that.
Mush
media. Coined by
That's what they're
Jovan.
doing. They're saying mush through that bandwidth to get to your computer, but it's called push media, and you're going to see more and more services go that way because, frankly, they just push it on you. That's
Okay.
kind of the way it goes.
All right.
Anyway, let's go to our second call of the evening. Let's see. It's Steve in Baltimore calling us from WMJF.
Hey, Steve, welcome to the show. You're on Net Talk Live tonight.
Wow, I can't believe I got through.
Hey.
Yeah, I just started on the internet, and I've got a friend that I haven't seen in several years that was a real computer geek. I was wondering if you had any ideas how I might go about finding them.
Oh, good question.
You know, that is a good question because one of the things about the internet is the internet, how should we say this? Does the internet know all? Is that about how it is? But on the internet, there are intelligent ways to search for information out there and find additional information. Let's see. I wonder who am I going to go to for this one. Mark, let's go over to Mark first. Mark, I know there's some sites on the internet that you can actually look up people. How do they work and how do they store all the data? How do they know this?
Well, there's a couple of different ways. I always start at 411.com. That's where I always start if I'm looking for somebody because they keep like a master telephone record reference and addressing reference. You can buy the CDs today that have the entire, global or countrywide phone list on it. And this site, 411, that's FOUR11.com, you can go to begin a search. That's almost always where I start. There are several others. You can actually just do like a Go telephone from your browser, and it will take you to other search engines for finding people, their home address, their home phone number, their business phone number, or maybe, their email address if they're maybe somebody in a business you're trying to get a hold of and getting around the screeners and you want to really make an impression upon somebody. This is a way to do it.
And also, I noticed that whenever I go to search engines these days, I mean, like Lycos and Alta Vista and that kind of thing, I mean, they even have little buttons now set up there, for finding people.
That's right.
You can click on those little guys, and they'll take you to, like, places like switchboard.com as well.
Right.
Very good.
Yeah.
Right. Very good.
So, Dave, you have one of these up on your computer screen, don't you?
Well,
Let's show everybody how this works.
I was going to talk about Switchboard. This is a neat one here. This is a master directory of telephone listings from all over the United States, and there's also one called Bigfoot. And let's see, there's Yahoo does it as well. Here's our Bigfoot search engine here. And you just enter a name. This one's not responding yet. Let me go to Switchboard. Switchboard's neat because you can find businesses or people based on telephone listings throughout the United States.
Now, all that has to happen here is if you know the person's name,
That's right.
it helps to know the city, am I right?
What that does is limit the search. So
Okay.
if you did a search on my name, you'd find me all over the United States, as hard as that is to believe. We all know there's really only one Dave Matthews, but yeah.
Right. Thank God.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, that helps to limit the search so you don't see. But there's a
Now-
lot of me in Texas too.
So you type out the name, and you put in the city, and then actually hit find? Is that how it works?
Yeah, there's a button. Let's see. It's still pointing the
Different for
information.
a lot of them, but I also know that if you're on an unlisted telephone number, you won't find this person on here if they're unlisted.
That's right.
You won't.
That's right. You can-
Since it's based upon telephone books.
Well, but then, like 411 uses a different matter. You can register within 411,
Right.
and you can let them know how much information that you want to give out. What's neat is there's a feature called Knock Knock, and what it does is if anyone asks you for information,
Who's there?
Gadget, no G, Gadge.
Okay, go ahead.
you,
I'm sorry.
Yay.
I was trying to do every
Getting
nickname,
scary now.
every nickname Jovan could ever use for me. But anyway,
The Gadge.
I like G.
Okay.
Okay.
Gee, Gadge, go ahead.
Oh,
On with the show.
you register whatever you want. You put a knock knock in. So it's if I do a query on you, Jovan, it'll send you email saying, do you want to release your information to Dave Matthews?
Oh, wow.
And then they call that knock knock. So 411 does a neat way of protecting your privacy if there is such thing with the internet, which is difficult because there's so many other search engines that you can use to find people.
I like that one.
That is a good thing to know. Knock knock.
But the big ones are FOUR11.com, Bigfoot.com, and Yahoo's People Search, as well as Switchboard.com. Those are all the favorites of
Yeah.
finding a long-lost college roommate over the internet.
Didn't we get a call, Laura? I think one of our first shows when we were just a radio show, some guy called and he hadn't found, or he used the internet to find an Army buddy that he had not seen, was it 20 or 40 years?
It was something like 40 years.
And
yeah.
he got on the internet and he just with one of his Army buddies, and he just typed in the name, and he found his Army buddy after 40
My
years.
dad did the same thing. He found a guy I think he went to his first boot camp with over the internet. So pretty wild.
And I was even reading today about adoption services, finding, a child you gave up for adoption. There's actually places you can go, and there's some stories that are phenomenal that they find their long lost daughter or son within a matter of a few days.
We're gonna have to one time do a reunion on the net. You know how all
That's
the talk
very
shows,
popular
the Oprahs
right now.
and everything else. Why don't we do a reunion show one time where we find long lost friends or lovers or buddies or something like that and reunite
That'd
them on
be
the show?
fun.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's see. Let's go to line 3. Let's go to Alan in Yantis.
Alan, hey, welcome to the show. You're on Net Talk Live.
Hello.
You have a question?
Yes, I'm out in a little fly-by-night city that has its own ladder called People's Telephone Cooperative, and it doesn't seem to generate enough voltage to get me on the internet for any length of time. I keep dying out. Is there a way that we can add something to my end to push the signal through?
So when you say you're dying out here, Alan, explain really what happens. It just says your line's disconnected?
Well, it transfers me down to just a real slow part, and then it's kind of like you hear bacon frying, and the whole system goes disconnect.
I've never heard that one before. Mark, before we go to Gadget, who's going to have the obvious question, let's go over to Mark. Mark, he seems to think this has something to do with being in a rural area. Have you ever heard of this before?
Well, it very well may be. I'm dyslexic tonight. And I know Dave's going to tell him to have the phone company come out and check the lines, which is a real good possibility. But also, you might want to check and see how many other devices are attached to that same phone line in your house, like answering machines or other extensions, portables, especially things like that. Because what will happen is you'll start changing what's called, I'm going to go here with Laura, the tip and ring balance on the phone line itself, and you'll lose some amplitude of the actual signal, and you may want to make some adjustments in there so you can keep a good impedance up so it'll hold the line nice and
So don't have a fax machine hooked to it, right?
Explain that.
Wait, am I right, Mark? Don't have a fax machine to it. Don't have an answering machine on it.
Fax machines are notorious.
Because all of those that you take off the line actually boost up the
That's right.
power of the line.
That's
Is that
exactly right? Now you got it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Gad, you got anything to add to that?
I'll give you guys about 50% on that one. That was pretty bad.
Okay, well, that's why we went to the expert last. Go ahead.
Today.
Okay. Normally that's the case, but the devices need to be off hook for that to ring true. You have to be using them all at once, and then the impedance drops drastically. But there can be some inferior quality on some products, and fax machines are notorious to break, so that is something to look at. What I would do, though, is either look at like maybe you have an old 14.4 modem lying around, or every modem is able to lock a speed down at 14.4. Now, 14.4 is slow for surfing the net, but it is great at hanging on and staying on without doing all the upshifts and downshifts that the new 28.8 and 33.6 modems do. So if you can enter a modem initialization string to lock the modem at 14.4, or if you have an older modem, pop it in, and I think you'll be surfing along just fine.
So you're actually recommending a lower speed modem for the more far out areas?
That's right. I think that the telephone company just doesn't have their act together, and he could twist arms all day long, and chances are they're not going to upgrade their equipment because he's out in the boonies. Like the Mac crack, he's probably as far out as Louis.
So Dave, just out of curiosity, where is the boonies, by the way?
The boonies, just east of the control, right there. See,
it's right here.
Right there, just east of the control room.
Anyway, okay, let's go to our next call. Let's go to the 800 line from La Crosse. Am I saying that right? Wisconsin, joining us from KQEG. It's Larry.
Hey, Larry, welcome to the show.
Hi. My question, in Windows 95, you double-click on the shortcut to the location, then you get a password screen which all the information's already in there and you have to click connect. Is there a way I can bypass that screen?
Okay, say that one more time. When you're connecting to the internet, right?
When you're connecting to the internet, you've got your little shortcut, and then it comes up with that screen for your username and password.
All right, and you're getting your password. So here, let me explain to folks what's going on for Larry. We're going to answer it when we come back for the break. Larry's clicking on the icon to connect to the internet. When it comes up, it asks for his password. He wants to know if there's a way around that he doesn't have to do it every time. You hang tight. We're going to answer it. Call a friend. Tell them to tune in. We'll be right back. Hey, Netheads, Jovan here. You know, on Net Talk Live, we try to teach you everything you need to know about the Internet and the World Wide Web. And we understand sometimes we may go a little fast, or you want to review something that we taught you to do while we were on the air. Well, there's a great way to do it. How about just popping a VHS cassette inside your VCR? Record the show. You can go back anytime you want and learn about the websites, the tips, and answers to the questions that we're answering right here for you on Net Talk Live. It's a great way to learn, and it gives you a permanent copy of the show. So please, record Net Talk Live, and don't forget, call your friends and tell them to tune in.
Could brag about having Dallas's first helicopter power cam or having the most experienced helicopter news team. But when it comes to the Sky 4 power cam, pictures speak louder than words.
This is Scott Wallace reporting live from Sky 4. Texas DPS coming out with guns drawn. That's a live picture from Sky 4.
Don't you agree?
It's turned over and the truck just crashed.
When news breaks, nobody gets you closer than the Sky 4 power cam. Nobody.
When a widow uses an ancient artifact to bring her love back from the grave.
I thought he was dead.
She opens a door.
Whatever's come back is not Anton.
That can never be closed.
I need to take you back with me.
In the fight against evil, time is running out. On the next Poltergeist, The Legacy.
Monday at 7 on Hot TV 27.
Did this woman have Bill Cosby's baby?
Bill, you know she's your daughter. I know she's your daughter. She knows it.
And is her daughter guilty of blackmail?
$40 million to you and I are a lot different than $40 million to Mr. Cosby.
And the man who claims that he is Autumn Jackson's father also speaks.
I'll take a DNA test anytime they want.
Did this woman have Bill Cosby's baby?
I'm not going to be stepped on.
Next, Geraldo Rivera Show.
Monday at 1 on Hot TV 27.
The more you read, the more you win. It's easy. Just read 3 books. Then have your parent or teacher call 4 in Touch at 972-299-FOX4 to register you in Read for the Stars. You could win some cool prizes, like a multimedia computer fully loaded with Microsoft software, Dallas Stars hockey tickets, an AMC movie party, or gift certificates to half-price books. Read for the Stars. Brought to you by Fox 4, the Dallas Stars, AMC Theaters, half-price books, and Microsoft. Want legal tips right now? Call the Hot TV 27 hotline at 299-3694. Have questions about family law or bankruptcy? Need answers about your job in the law or personal injury? Want information about criminal law? Call the Hot TV 27 hotline at 299-3694. The information you need when you want it.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Okay, we're back. This is segment 2 right here of Net Talk Live. One of those wonderful 7-minute segments, and we're teaching you everything you need to know about the internet and the World Wide Web. I just want to remind you one more time, the numbers you need to know to call in are 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. If you're out there watching the show for the first time, we encourage you to give us a call, 583-1570. Of course, you can follow along on the internet, the World Wide Web. Anyway, we were on the line before we went to break with Larry from La Crosse, Wisconsin on KQEG. Larry, how do I say your hometown there?
La Crosse.
La Crosse, okay. And he was saying, if I have this right, he's using Windows 95, and when he clicks on the icon to dial to the internet, of course, it comes up the little window and asks him for his password. He wants to know if there's a way around that each time.
It's already got the password saved. It's skip that window completely.
Okay, you want to skip it each time instead of having to deal with it, right?
Right.
Anyway, let's go over to our gadget guy, Dave Matthews. He deals with this a lot. Gadge, how can we make this little window disappear for Larry?
This is very easy. This is cool. I've got it on my machine, too. If you want to cut to it, I'll show you. Anytime you do a shortcut dial-up, click on it. I'm going to pull it up here. And your password will already be filled in, but he has to click Connect. Well, Microsoft has given us an option under the ISDN pack called One Click Connect. And it will take this out of the way. So all you do is click on the icon once, and it'll launch into it automatically. So what you need to do is go to Microsoft's website and download the Microsoft ISDN version 1.1 kit, and that will solve the problem for you.
Microsoft ISDN, is that the same for ISDN connections?
It is, and this is a feature that it not only will add the ISDN capability to your machine, but it'll give you this extra added function too. And most people don't use ISDN yet, unfortunately, but this is one little benefit that upgrade kit has built into it.
So he doesn't have to have ISDN to do it, but as long as he loads that little patch, it will able to do the one-click connection and bypass that.
Absolutely.
And where is that again that you go to download
That's
that?
at Microsoft.com. I'll get the URL. Mark, you might know it off the top of your head. Is it under support downloads?
Yeah, it's under support, and then you'll select on Microsoft Windows 95, and it's actually the ISDN Accelerator Kit. Is that what you're talking about, Dave?
That's it, right.
The Accelerator Pack, and it's right under the support link, and you'll find it. It's really easy. It's real small, too. It's only like 450K to download.
That seems like a pretty good solution there. That's a good one, guys.
Works great.
And also, I have just a question here. How would you explain, just real simply, Javon or whoever wants to answer this, I mean, what's the difference really between ISDN and the regular way that I get on the internet?
Well, most people connect by a phone line. Okay, by usually right now about a 28.8 modem. That's the most people in the market right now.
It's like if I go in the store, that's what I have.
Right,
okay.
right. Most computers now come with a 28.8 or a 33.3. An ISDN, okay, an ISDN line can be either 64 if it's one channel. Am I correct, guys? Chime in here. Mark, am I right? You're
doing
an ISDN.
good. Keep going.
So see if I got this
They're
right.
waiting, see.
Yeah. See, they're letting me do this
We
to
wanna
see if
see
I
you
actually
show.
figured it out or not. Okay, so it's 64K is one channel of ISDN, and if you have two channels of ISDN, it's 128K.
What do you mean?
Okay, well, it's just simple multiples of math. Basically, if you were communicating with a modem at 28.8 and you went to 64K, it's a little bit more than 2 times the speed, or right at 2 times the speed.
Okay.
If you go to 124, it's...
Go ahead. I'm not. You just keep on going.
Come on, I'm gonna let you figure it out. Give you the math one. So that's really the difference. It's
just
faster connection
and that's
to the net.
because it's digital?
Yes.
Right. It's not just faster. Think of it in terms, too, of it being
I got
cleaner.
that part.
It's cleaner. It's all digital. So it's a lot cleaner, too. You don't have as much error correction going on. Your file transfers are almost 3 and 4 or 5 times as fast, and you don't have any of the problems with it. It's great.
So, Laura, what it means is pictures load faster, web page loads faster, sound sounds better, and it just, you're blazing through the
And for
net.
people who aren't even surfing on the internet yet, I mean, for folks that have been surfing, it's extremely important. If you're not even on the net, you don't even know really what we're talking about.
If you're
now,
not on the net, don't worry about ISDN. It's what's called, and it's a phenomenon when you get on the net, it's called the need for speed, and I guarantee you, if you get hooked on the net, you're going to catch the need for speed. It's going to come up. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to line 1, Jim in Dallas.
Hi, Jim. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Been watching for 3 weeks now.
Oh, great. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Good. You got a question?
Yeah, I've got a problem.
Okay.
I went to work, and I used Windows 95 there, and I tried to adjust the monitor from 16-bit color to 256, and when the computer restarted, the screen was completely garbled. And I don't... What do I do?
You mean the colors and stuff on the screen were just completely fried, right?
You can't read anything.
Well, Jim, it's a real easy answer to your problem. You've messed up the computer, and they're going to fire you on Monday. No. Jim, you hang tight. We're going to tell you how to fix it. We'll get you out of this one, my friend, and you'll still have a job on Monday. You hang on. We're going to put them on hold. Folks, Go call a friend. Tell them to tune in. We're going to the break, and this is worth one of those keyboards we were talking about. We'll be right back right after this.
Hey, Netheads, Pete the Prize Guy here, and it's time for another CityView.com treasure hunt, and here's what you'll win. A Microsoft 95 Natural Keyboard. Now, here's what you're going to do. Go to CityView.com and find somewhere in the site yesterday's score of the person who won the Masters Golf Tournament. Be the first caller to 214-787-1011 with the correct URL and the score, and you win. Good luck.
If it's caught on tape, it's on real TV. Mom would have never allowed 5 kids to ride on this elephant's back if she knew the four-ton creature was about to go on a rampage. Then here's what 20 days of non-stop rain looks like, leaving over 50 cities in China up to 30 feet above flood stage. Plus, nacho, man. See why this guy took a dip before he looks to the camera to say cheese. See it all on real TV.
Monday at 6:30 on Hot TV 27.
On an all-new Knights, contact has been made.
Friend Teague, he's dialed into the aliens.
They've finally arrived.
They're here.
Who is here?
The aliens.
And they mean business.
That's how they infiltrate dead bodies.
Oh my God, Mitch, it's Teague.
So be very afraid.
Good God. You found them.
We're not alone anymore.
Come on, what's gonna blow? Go!
On an all-new Knights. Baywatch Nights.
Monday at 8 on Hot TV 27.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, and the flames went higher. And it burns.
Get up there.
The ring of fire, the ring of fire. I fell.
Area secured. We're taking a full swing at diabetes. The Juvenile Diabetes Foundation isn't playing around when it comes to finding a cure. This serious business is going to be fun. We'll have food, cars, and prizes. Join me May 5th at Bentry Country Club for lunch and a 1 o'clock shotgun start. Golf pro Kelly Keeney will play in this year's Classic. Kelly was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 10. Help us find a cure for diabetes. Make your swing count. Call 373-9808.
Take a good look around. The city is alive. The energy is building. Nobody gets you closer. You're picking up speed. Today is faster than yesterday. Tomorrow is faster than today. Nobody gets you closer. It's a great place we live in. We're on top of it. Nobody gets you closer. Life's too short. Don't waste a minute. Time is precious on this ride we call life. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
Live from Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide, it's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live, with your co-host, Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Webhead, Mark Markham. And your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communication superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by CityView.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at CityView.com. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web.
What's this? All I want is my Net Talk TV? Okay, folks, we're headed into segment 3 here, and of course we're going from 10 to midnight, and that's Central Standard Time, by the way. And if you're joining us on the West Coast, of course it's 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., and if you're joining us on the East Coast, it's 11 p.m. to 1 a.m.
It's late.
Because it's real live, real time, and we're doing it the same time you're seeing it. It's going on right here. Just all it happens to be happening here. Anyway, we were taking a call. We were on line 1, and we were Jim in Dallas. And Jim, correct me if I'm wrong if I have this right, okay?
Okay.
You used Windows 95 on a computer in the office, right?
Yes, we do.
And you were trying to change the color configuration on this for the computer, right?
Correct.
And you changed it, right?
Yep.
And
He doesn't sound very happy.
And now the computer monitor is garbling all kinds of colors, right?
Yes.
And you can't get it fixed, right?
No.
And you're sweating it.
It seems like that would be pretty hard.
So let me tell you what we did, okay? Jim, while you're on hold, we traced the line. We got your boss on the line. Let's put Jim. No.
Oh, no.
Okay, Jim, let's go. This
I already told him.
Okay, well, hey, you should have called us first and fixed it, and then he'd have never known. Anyway, let's go to our gadget guy. Gadget, what's going on here with this computer monitor? Is Jim without a job, or can you help him out?
Well, Jim also told his boss to tune in, and he's laying us on the line now. Jim, Windows drivers on Windows 95 are tricky if you don't know what you're doing, and chances are you just flicked a switch that you shouldn't have. What you can do, fortunately, though, is boot into what's called a safe mode. And when Windows starts loading, when it says loading Windows, before it gets to the graphical screen, this is when there's a little one line up in the upper left-hand corner of the screen. Click on the F8 key, and it'll give you several options, about 8 options. Click on the option that says Safe Start, and Safe Start loads Windows without all these fancy drivers. You'll then be able to pick the correct driver, and I can't tell you which one it is because it's dependent on your computer, but look at the other computers in the office, pick the right driver, reboot, and go back to the original drivers, and you should be okay with that.
So, Mark, our webhead over there, have you come across this before? Is there any other things that he should check in case the one gadget gave him is not the proper one?
No, Dave is absolutely 100% on target with that, because that's exactly, I've had that happen with my own systems before when I've changed out video cards. And Windows 95 automatically assumes a certain driver, which may not be exactly right. And I went in and changed the color settings to like 16 million or something and tried to boot up, and I get all this garbage you can't see, and you think, oh, I can't change anything because you can't even see anything to change anything. And Dave's right. You press F8. As soon as you see the little line that says starting Windows 95, press F8 and go into the safe mode. And when you get into safe mode, you can go in, you can change the driver and select the right driver, and it'll start all over from scratch, and you'll be all right.
So, Jim, my friend, I think you're in the safe mode now, okay?
Sure thing. I appreciate it. We're going to be starting a website, which is why I've been tuning into your show.
Oh, great.
I'll be managing it. So
Oh.
I'm going to be giving your 800 number for website creation a call.
Well, we really, really appreciate
Great.
it, and make sure you give it a call. And, hey, Jim, we hope this gets you out of the doghouse. Thanks a lot, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
You know, that can happen.
Yeah, I
You
know.
That
I
can
know.
happen. That would be tough.
No kidding. I mean, I would automatically think there's nothing I could do.
scary.
I would definitely sweat it in the office. If I was working in an office and I did something and really screwed up
Very
the computer,
bad.
I would be like,
It's very scary. When you first happen, you go, what do I do? Because I can't even see to change anything. What's happening? What's happening? What is that? Oh no!
Flatline.
that's your flat line for screwing up in the office.
Man, that's morbid, you guys.
Oh, we're full of it here.
Anyway, you have a site for us, don't you?
I do. I actually do. If you go to our website and you look under Laura's Picks, I have one there. If you check it out, it says another great map site. Guys, this is a wonderful site. Click on that. You want to go, and this is what you're going to see. Now, what you want to do is what I will show you today, Jovan. You're going to love this.
So this is called MapQuest?
Wait. We're going to go to, you want to back up just real quickly, Brandon? We're going to go up there to TripQuest. See, we've got a couple different options there. Let's click on TripQuest again, Brandon. And we'll go to our next stage here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take us from Dallas, Jovan, to Los Angeles. So we're going to do Dallas, Texas, to Los Angeles,
Colorado.
LOS, there you got it, California. And click on city to city, Brandon, right down there. We're just going to go city to city. And wait till you see this. Click on city to city. There you go. Go down the bottom. It says calculate your directions. Click on that, and let's see what happens. You're going to like this one. Okay, look at this, Jovan. First of all, you get a nice big broad map saying I'm going from point A to point B or whatever they call it there. Then it shows Dallas and then Los Angeles. And then go down now. Scroll down on the screen, and I need to see it real tight now. There you go. Look at that, Jovan. I have got directions.
Go west on I-30 to Interstate 35E. Go northwest on Interstate 35E to Carpenter Freeway. Go northwest on Carpenter Freeway to... I'm sorry.
Thank you, Jovan.
I thought you wanted some help.
Anyway, when you scroll down, and let's go back to that one more time, Kurt, if we could. At the very bottom, there it is. It shows my total miles that I'm going to be driving from Dallas to Los Angeles. I mean, what is that? That's
1,446.3 miles.
There we go.
And it also, wow, look at that. It also tells you, like, I'm looking at number 5, go west on I-820 to I-30. It says it's 19.8 miles from point to point there.
And also, you can even get more specific than this. You can even get one where it shows you turns. It can go door to door with specific addresses. This was really nice. It's very well done, very well thought out. I really like this a whole lot. And you know what? Remember a couple weeks ago when I gave out my map site, and Mark, you can chime in here if you want to. Basically, I did something where I went into Lycos and I clicked on a road maps link.
Right.
And what happened, Mark? Tell me what happened with that.
Well, you did it through a search engine, and of course the link goes dead after a while because it changes and stuff. And is that what you're talking about? Where you send an email?
Because
what happened to my link?
And I had a lot of emails to me saying, "Hey, Laura, that map site doesn't really work." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's not working." So therefore, I wanted to give you another really great map site, and this is a good one, don't you think, Jovan?
This is terrific.
I love this one.
By far, that is a better map site.
Yeah.
And what would really good, I would think, I traveled in the last week, Canada, Austin, all over the place. It'd be interesting because you could put in the address of the airport and the destination you're going to, and it would give you instant directions.
Yeah.
Because the rental car companies are never good. They always use those little bitty maps.
Right.
Somebody draws on it with a highlighter, and it's kind of hard to figure out. This is like step by step by step. And I always get confused sometimes.
And this is free, by the way.
And it's free. I always get confused sometimes when I go to a city when they say go to this turn, but you don't realize it's 10 miles down the road, and you're expecting it to be 1 mile down the road. Excellent. Good job.
Thank you very much. I thought you guys would like that.
I did these directions from my house to here, and it even includes the merges on the different connecting highways.
Yeah.
That is excellent.
Okay, thank you guys.
There we go. Now there's directions to Mark's house on the screen.
No, get off that.
I took the address off.
Okay, we certainly don't want to show that one. Very good.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, coming up.
Very good.
Some other cool sites that I surfed out.
I really like that.
Thank you very much.
Great job. Great job. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's see. Let's go to our 800 line. It's Nate in Ashland, Wisconsin, tuning in on WCTW.
Hi, Nate. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. Do you have a question for the guys?
Yeah, I'm a salesman, and I market a few different products. And I was wondering, are there any special rules or regulations I have to follow if I want to advertise on the internet on my homepage?
Okay.
And are there any rules or regulations if I want to collect money?
Actually, that's a good question because a lot of people want to do websites. We'll answer this one real quick. The rules of the web are the same in life. Do unto others. It's that simple. And truth in advertising. You want to make sure that you're giving accurate and complete information. Mark, a comment real quick on taking money over the web?
Also include the terms of agreement with your service provider. And other than that, Javon's absolutely right.
And make it a secure site.
That's right. If you're going to take money over the web, make sure you have it a secure site. And when we come back, what I'll do is I'll tell you what a secure site is. Hey, tell a friend to tune in. We're going to have some fun. We got more coming up. We're going to be with you a lot longer. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this very, very brief message.
Hey there, netheads. Mark Markham, your webhead here, with an important update about our website at www.nettalklive.com. It's always important to be sure and check in at our website at least 2 or 3 times a week so you can keep up with the free software, free hardware, and all the cool hot site links from the week's show before. Remember, be sure and check out the website, www.nettalklive.com, at least 2 or 3 times a week. We'll see you there.
Next on Springer, meet Ray.
What's up, Jared? Well, nothing. I've just been hanging.
Ray's been cheating, and he's about to get busted. Plus,
well, this sounds like a wonderful guy.
He's a dog, but I love him. I can't help it.
Steve is dating Chassie. And he picked the wrong woman to be seeing on the side.
I'll be there to haunt him until he dies.
Hey, Jerry, I believe that, too.
The other woman fights back. That's Jerry Sprint.
Monday at 9 on Hot TV 27. What's hot tomorrow? Hot TV. On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. An ancient evil force is unleashed upon mankind, and only a secret group called The Legacy can fight it. Don't turn out the lights. Tomorrow night at 7, watch Poltergeist: The Legacy. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV 27, tomorrow night.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. Get up there. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. I fell.
Area secured.
The city is alive. The energy is building. You can feel it. You're picking up speed. We're on top of it. You can see it. Life's too short. Don't waste a minute. Fox 4 News at 9. You can do it. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? Two witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27.
Want health tips right now? Call the Hot TV 27 hotline at 299-3694. Want information on nutrition or weight loss? Need answers about plastic surgery? Want to know more about sports medicine? Or do you worry about your heart? Call the Hot TV 27 hotline at 299-3694. The information you need when you want it.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of NetTalk Live. NetTalk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of NetTalk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
Well, Jungle Love, Laura. Right?
I don't know.
Steve Miller, Jungle Love. So, I just thought I'd tell you, we love you. And it's a jungle tonight on our IRC server. All the people hammering it, clobbering our former IRC server. So we're going to give you a new one if you want to join us on chat tonight. Write this down, irc.dfw.net. irc.dfw.net. That's where you can join us on chat and get onto the other server and start logging into the room and loading that room up now. Since the other ones are kind of having a problem being loaded up, that's kind of the way it goes.
And I also want to tell people what chat really is if you don't even know what the internet's about. And chat is a place where people go real time and they're sitting there all talking to each other as if they all came together in a big conference room, and they're talking all about the show and about what we're doing and maybe even giving the answers before we can give the answers on the show.
That's the great thing about the net.
Yeah.
If somebody has the answer, they can actually pop it out real quick and share it on chat. But it's where people talk back and forth in groups of like-minded people on a chat server. They talk back and forth in typewritten kind of lingo, should we say.
That's right.
Kind of like a CV, but you type it out.
That's right.
You know?
Everybody has a handle, funky handles there.
That's true. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Where am I going to go? Let's go to line 4. Let's go to Bob in Dallas.
Hey, Bob. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Laura. This is Bob's better half.
Hey, Bob's better half. How are you?
I like that.
That after we saw you, we've watched you since you first came on, and we adopted this whole crew.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Well, thank you.
And and we also had to get a multimedia so we could talk with y'all. But I have a problem. I've got a IBM Ativa, so I could talk to y'all.
Okay.
And it has a case. It's in intensive care because we were trying to make a website, and our problem is we cannot find the modem. I have Prodigy and I have Microsoft, and I can't find the modem. Turns me down now. It was working until we did the website, and we have Explorer.
Okay, so let me see if I have this right, Bob's better half.
All right, I'll try to be clearer, but I'm not as
Okay, I want to see if I got this right. Everything was working fine on your computer.
Right.
You've been following along with us for a long time.
Yeah.
You've adopted us all.
Right.
And I'm supposed to be over tomorrow, 5 o'clock for dinner. And all of a sudden, you decided, can I ask a question, Bob's better half? Can I ask you a question again?
Yes.
How old are you and Bob?
Oh. Well, let's say 70s. We're in their 70s.
Oh, great.
That's cool.
And you're doing your own web page. Fantastic. Anyway,
Well, we were doing good till Tuesday, and we had this crash, so I've been desperate.
so you're doing your own web page, and now all of a sudden, from doing your own web page, the modem's not working. So let's go over to Gadget. Do you have an answer for Bob's better half?
I don't do web pages, Jovan.
It's a modem question, man.
I heard
it's
web pages.
Modem. No, it's a modem question.
Okay.
That was not nice, Javon.
Give it back.
Mark, do you want it?
I don't know. I don't know anything about modems.
Oh.
Well, Bob's better half. Tune in next. No, okay. Boy, I want to ask you, did you install any software, or what were the changes that started this to happen?
Making the website with the help of number one son. And I can't be that direct, but he did put on a new screensaver, which worked fine all day the next morning. And then we lost Windows, but we got it back.
Oh, my gosh.
By calling on the telephone. But I can't get out to any of my servers.
Okay.
Because I can't get them. I can't find my modem.
Okay, that's what I needed to hear.
That was it.
That's it. You had a major crash, and I'm going to try and pull up my machine here.
Okay.
When we come back.
Yeah, that's it. When we come back to Bob's better half, we're going to find out if she actually goes knock Bob on the head for letting number one son mess up the computer and having her go through this fiasco. Anyway, we're going to fix this problem real easy. They've installed something on their computer, now the modem doesn't work, and we're going to fix it when we come back. Tune in. We got some Mac treasure hunt coming up right now. Go call a friend. We'll be right back.
Hey, Netheads, Luis the Macman here, and it's time for another NetTalk Live Mac Users Treasure Hunt. This time for a copy of MVP Solutions Retrieve It, the easiest way to search your hard drive and the internet. Here's what you need to do. Find somewhere in our website the answer to the following question. What was the month and the year Apple introduced its first PowerPC computer? And if you can also tell me the speed of that processor, you can win a copy of Reality Bites Havoc. It's a single multiplayer combat game. Now be the first caller to 214-787-1011. That's 214-787-1011, and you can win. Good luck.
Some fans think hockey comes naturally to Mike Madonna. The fact is, it took a lifetime of commitment, years of hard work, and countless practice shots.
Cold ice, cool game, hot TV.
Is this in my contract?
The hottest shot is Stars Hockey on Hot TV 27.
When a widow uses an ancient artifact to bring her love back from the grave. I thought he was dead. She opens a door. Whatever's come back is not undone. That can never be closed. I need to take you back with me. In the fight against evil, time is running out. On the next Poltergeist, The Legacy.
Monday at 7 on Hot TV 27.
If you have this on your current web browser, and if you want to fully experience all the internet has to offer,
And have the full power of sound, motion, and color of the World Wide Web.
then there is only one thing you should do. This.
Microsoft's Internet Explorer makes surfing the net, news groups, and email fun and easy.
Even for us newbies.
Internet Explorer has all the cool tools and features, and best of all,
it's absolutely free.
Get smart. Download Internet Explorer now.
On the next heat of the night, a peeping Tom preys on a teacher.
Saying he is going to kill me has to be against the law.
And there's little the police can do.
You people can't tell me what to do, but we can sure tell you what not to do.
Until his obsession
He's got her scared to death.
takes him over the edge.
The man's built a bomb. We have to clear the school.
In the heat of the night.
Monday at 4 on Hot TV 27.
You can make a real impact on someone's life just by donating an unwanted vehicle.
That's right, Mike. Your car, van, or truck, running or not, can help the Kidney Foundation help others. And the tax deduction you'll receive may just help you.
From a classic to any car whose time has come, they can all make a difference in fighting kidney disease. And the Kidney Foundation will pick up the donated vehicle for free.
Become a real champion just by donating your car. Call 1-800-441-1281.
Take a good look around. Do you feel the attitude? Do you sense the power? It's a new Texas we live in. Evolving, progressing, even surprising. Nobody gets you closer to this ride called life. Closer to what's really going on. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
There's Brandon, there's MP. There's the Gadge Gals. That's Master Control. There's Pete, the prize guy. We got Steve standing there. Tammy saying, hey, Star, everybody else. We got a loaded up control room. That's how it goes around here. You probably don't really realize how many people it takes this show to go around at night, should we say, to make it happen. And guys, I want to say for all the people that help us with the show and make this go off here, although it's pretty tough sometimes, it's pretty hectic doing a show like this. We want to say you love you guys, and thanks for being here, and thanks for making this happen for us. Anyway, we're on the phone with line 4 with Bob's better half.
Yes.
And can we ask your first name, by the way? What is your first name?
My first name is Joe.
Joe.
Okay, Joe.
Okay, we're on with Joe, and basically what happened, folks, is Joe and her husband, we're going to say, is in their 70s, and they've been computing for a while, following along with us, and they decided to do their... Thank you. Thank you very much.
you.
I'm glad we could help you do that. Anyway, they've been doing their own web page. They've installed something on the computer, and now the modem doesn't work. But Gadget Guy, who says he knows nothing about web pages, does have a fix for us. Right, Gadget?
That's right. I think what's happened is you told me you had to do a major rebuild in Windows. And normally with a modem, after you rebuild Windows, you need to let Windows know the modem is there. So double-click on My Computer, then double-click on Control Panel, and then the next icon you double-click on is called Modems. There's a button that says Add a Modem. It'll find it automatically. Here, I can do it here. You click Add, and it'll ask you what kind. I'm on a laptop, so it asks me if I have a laptop modem, but just click on Detect Modem, and it'll go through your system and try and find it. The only problem that you may have is the Aptiva uses a modem that's a software modem. Now, this is really cool because it can upgrade itself on the fly with just new software. But it might get a little tricky to detect the software modem. So you might need to make a call to IBM Tech Support and help with the software problem if you have anything like that. But Add a Modem should work for you. Give that a shot. Give it a try.
Okay, Joe, we hope that helps you out. We appreciate your phone call, and we thank you for tuning in.
We appreciate your show.
Thank you very much, Joe. Bye-bye.
Jovan, I have a question. I mean, why would that happen? How does something crash? Like, they're just trying to create a website or a web page. Why would that happen?
Actually, easiest explanation is they load something up that actually loads over or corrupts something else, and it just kind of conflicts, and the only thing the computer knows how to do is to shut down.
I see.
And that's its way of telling you that something's wrong. Dave, you got a shortcut for us real quick, don't you?
That's right, Jovan. I'm going to tell you how
Hang on, I got to tell our folks. He's doing it in his very best Don LePray. You've seen him on TV selling real estate impression. Go ahead, Dave.
The only thing wrong is I'm not sitting on a beach, and there's no sand or Porsche behind me. But what I'm going to tell you how to do is how you can save over 7 megabytes of storage on your hard drive with this easy step. Let's go to my computer and find this out. If only I could do that.
1-800 number.
The whole show.
Hang on, Dave. We got to finish this when they come back.
I can't believe this. I was psyched.
Dave, doing his very best impression of Don LePray, the TV multi-millionaire that'll make you millions. Well, Dave is going to teach you in his best Don LePray voice how to save 7 megs on your computers, and then we're going to come back and take a calls from Naples, Florida. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Tell a friend to tune in right after this very brief message. I'm here. You know, on Net Talk Live, we try to teach you everything you need to know about the Internet and the World Wide Web. And we understand sometimes we may go a little fast, or you want to review something that we taught you to do while we were on the air. Well, there's a great way to do it. How about just popping a VHS cassette inside your VCR? Record the show. You can go back anytime you want and learn about the websites, the tips, and answers to the questions that we're answering right here for you on Net Talk Live. It's a great way to learn, and it gives you a permanent copy of the show. So please, record Net Talk Live, and don't forget, call your friends and tell them to tune in.
From Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide, it's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live with your co-host, Laura Lewis, Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews, Webhead, Mark Markham, and your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000 square foot communication superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by CityView.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at CityView.com. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the Internet and the World Wide Web.
What's that one, Jovan?
Midnight Oil.
Time has come.
Midnight Oil. That's it.
I like that piece. That's nice.
Well, Jeff did correct me. It's actually the 11 o'clock oil.
Central Time. Central Time.
It's not the midnight oil yet.
East Coast it is, Jovan.
That's right. Anyway, we head in here to the second hour here of Net Talk Live, where we're teaching you everything you need to know about the Internet and the World Wide Web. Let me give you some phone numbers to call. They're 214-787-1570 or 800-583-1570. That's where you call in your questions. However, I want to remind you the lines will be busy most of the time. That's the way it goes. We're popular, we're live, and you know what? Put it in your redial, folks. Just hit redial, and when we drop one is when you can get back on. You can send us email to nettalk@nettalklive.com, and you can follow along at our website at www.nettalklive.com. I almost say, was I giving my email again? Anyway, let me show you our webpage one more time as I get fried in the second hour here. Anyway, let's go to our webpage at nettalklive.com. If you were to look at our webpage, you would actually see on there we have several little icons at what they're called. I want to point a few out. We're not going to go to all of them, but we have one that's called Meet, Greet, and Learn. That's a very special event that's going on in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. You need to check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, the one that says win a free Pentium computer. Right now, we're in the process of doing a Pentium giveaway for Pentium computers. We're giving away one computer a week for 4 weeks, and that's compliments of Optimal Computers. Now, you need to go to our website and click on that. We've made it easier. There used to be, if you were in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, there used to be a ton of questions you had to answer. Now you just put in your name, your address, your emails, and your referrals, and you are in and ready to go, folks. You need to sign up. You need to get signed up now, but we're giving away one computer every week. It starts this month, but one every week. We're going to give them away right on the air. You need to make sure you do that, and that's brought to you by Optimal Computers that actually makes these custom computers. And what Optimal has done is they have built fantastic, I'm talking fantastic computers that you're going to love these things. And there's one more thing I want to show you on our webpage. If you were to go to our webpage and you were actually to scroll down on the webpage, you'd see one that's called Hot Sites. Anytime Laura or myself talks about a site on the air that we actually show, we display that site. If you were to click on that button, Hot Sites, this is what goes on, okay? So like just a few minutes ago, Laura talked about her map site. There it says another great map site. You click on that and it would automatically take you to the map site. It's all on the web page for you, so you don't have to remember the website we told you about. You just have to remember it's on our website and who talked about it, and that one was talked about by Laura, so it's Laura's favorite website. Anyway, before we went to the break, Gadge was going to give us his tip of the day. However, his tip of the day is compliments today. I didn't know Gadge could do impressions, but he actually impressed us because I happen to know Don LaPrey, and he is doing his Gadge moment in the voice of, yes, you've seen him on TV promising to make you a millionaire with 900 numbers and classified ads.
That's right.
It is Don LaPrey Gadget teaching you how to save 7 megs on your computer.
That's
Fire
right,
away.
Jovan. Thank you. A lot of people don't know this, but there's over 7 megs of data hidden within Windows help files on your computer. What I'm going to show you if we cut to my computer is how to get rid of these. And I don't know if I can go the whole segment like this, but I'm sure going to try. I've lost my mouse. Okay, I found my mouse. Click on Start and then Find. What we're going to do is click Files or Folders. Once you click that, and I like this breathing in the mic. It's really making the atmosphere here. Click on Named. We're going to type Windows Help. Oop, I got too many dashes in there. Help, and then star.avi. Then hit Enter. What it's going to show you here is over 7 megabytes of data that's being wasted on your hard drive through these little help files that look like this. They're little movie files. The one that's showing up here shows how to switch buttons on the taskbar, which everyone already knows how to do. So what you want to do is, see, I'm losing it. What you want to do, hold down the Shift key and highlight each and every one of these AVI movie files. They're worthless. You don't need them. Click the Delete button, and it will delete the files from your hard drive, giving you over 7 meg of storage in your Windows help directory.
Very good. Very good.
That was absolutely terrific, Dave.
I started to hear Dennis Hopper in there a little bit.
I'm waiting for a number to dial. I got to dial something.
And Gadge, your phone number to get your tips is
dial 1-900 for a Gadge.
Oh, yeah. Very good, Dave. Very good. I like that.
Most excellent.
I'm sweating now.
Somebody stop me.
Very good. I like that. Anyway, let's go to our next call here real quick. Let's see. Let's go to line 3, Jack in Flower Mound.
Hey, Jack. Welcome to the show. How you doing? Well, we're doing great here. How about you?
Well, I might have a problem, might not. I don't know. That's why I called.
Okay.
I got standard RAM in my computer, and I went to a computer store in Dallas today, and I asked them for standard RAM, and they gave me EDO, but I didn't know it till I got home. Is that compatible to put in with the standard RAM?
I don't see. You know what? I don't even understand his question.
Laura's sitting here going,
What's
going on? How's
See, I've
this
been
working?
hanging out with you guys a while, but I did not understand that one.
Okay, Mark. Let's explain the difference between RAM and EDO RAM.
Well, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I'm trying to get my computer there now. Laura came up with a hot site a week ago called whatis.com. And what I want to do is teach people to go to whatis.com and look up what EDO RAM is. Now, the answer to his question is real simple. Each motherboard is a little bit different, and the BIOS can be different. Sometimes you can use different types of RAM at the same time, and sometimes you can't. It just depends on the motherboard. The best bet is just to try it and see. I have a compact machine at home that is absolutely unforgiving when it comes to RAM, and yet I have another machine at home that is very forgiving. I can actually mix the RAM without any difficulty at all, so it kind of depends on the machine itself. That's the answer to the question. But to find out the difference between EDO RAM and just standard non-parity or parity RAM, go to whatis.com. It's a great hot site. You can check it out on our website and under Laura's hot picks from last week. And go in there and find them. I'll look for it right now. Hang on just a second.
It's in our hot site archives,
right,
actually.
It's in the archives. Basically what happens is you go to our website and you click on hot sites and you look at the archives under Laura's pick, and it's called whatis.com. And what whatis.com is you click on the word you're trying to find out about, what you want to know about. And Mark just clicked on EDO.
And there you have it.
And it says,
Extended Data Output is a type of random access memory chip that improves the time to read from memory on faster microprocessors such as Pentiums. So what I'm getting from this instantly is that if I have a Pentium machine, if I use EDO RAM, I'm going to get a faster response time.
okay.
So, Gadge, can you combine regular RAM as we know it with EDO RAM and run it in the same machine?
That's a good question. Some motherboards will be able to handle this. What RAM is situated in banks, and you can have a fast bank and a slow bank. I've seen motherboards be able to do this, but I don't recommend it. I like to stick with the same RAM all the way across. So what you can do, sometimes your system, when you turn it on, it'll say on the little window of information inside your computer, it'll say whether RAM is EDO or not. Or if you look at the old chips, see if there's a sticker somewhere that says EDO. If you have the sticker and it works, you're okay. If you put the RAM in and it doesn't work, some older motherboards can't even handle this EDO RAM, and it'll never see your new memory. So I'd play it by ear. I'd venture to stay with the same RAM on both sides, though.
Okay, Laura. Now
Okay.
repeat that to me.
See, this is what's so intimidating about the internet. I mean, I'm an educated woman. I've told people that before. I've got a college degree, the whole thing. And I just didn't grow up or wasn't educated in the realm of the internet and computers and things like that. I've just basically just learned things on my own, learned to surf and that kind of thing. And when you guys start talking like that, and I know there are people out there that hear other people talk about this, it's so intimidating because you go, oh gosh, I just feel so stupid, you know, and all you all are doing is speaking a different language. That's all it is. I know it's a very simplistic concept, so just, you know.
Actually, just acronyms. You know, that's the main thing about it. The language is intimidating, but don't worry about it. And Mark gave an excellent recommendation. Just go to the website, which you chose, Laura, as the newbie queen of the show.
Yes.
Look, if you're trying to find out what a word means, what we say on the show, just go to that site, click on it, and you'll get an instant definition. And just like I've said before, you know, it's real simple, folks. I would highly recommend you videotape the show. Real simple. Videotape the show so you can go back and learn this stuff and learn it at your own pace.
Well, the two things you need to do is just keep on watching the show because you'll get familiar with the language, and also going to sites like the one whatis.com and just really trying to memorize some of this terminology. You hear something, look it up and check it out. Print it out. Have it in front of you, and so you really know what everybody's talking about.
And then you two can sound smart at all parties. Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to the 800 line. Let's go to Fred in Naples, Florida, joining us on WSWF TV 10.
A wonderful place to be calling from. Hi, Fred. How are you doing?
Hi, very good. I just found your show tonight, so I'm really happy about that.
Oh,
Thank you.
I do have what is a very important question to me. I'm using Windows 3.11 with 2 double-spaced drives, and I want to switch over to Windows 95. But my friends are telling me that I shouldn't with the double space until I can get like a larger hard drive and undouble space everything.
You know what? And Fred, Mark is shaking his head like a bandit. So, Mark, what's up with this, my friend?
I have yet, not one single time, seen anybody do a successful switch from 3.1 to Windows 95 using the compressed drives. It is just, it's a nightmare waiting for a place to happen. And you know, you answered your question yourself. Go ahead and get a hard drive, uncompress your drive, put everything back to normal, back it up, and then do your installation for Windows 95. You will save yourself tons of headaches. It's just very risky. The actual drive space or double space for your hard drive creates a lot of very, very different and highly complex files, and it actually can change the way files are done. And it's so tricky. When Windows 95 does the install, it has to assume complete control over hardware and software, and you are just asking for trouble. Don't do it. Do like you said. Get the hard drive, uncompress everything, do your backup, and then commence your installation, and you're a lot better off.
You know, that's it, Fred. What I would tell you is, you know, we've talked about this on the show before, and you've just tuned in, but the bottom line is, you know, a 5 gig hard drive a few years ago literally cost $9,000, a 5 gig hard drive. And now you can go into a CompUSA across the United States and other stores like Communication Expo or something, and you can get a 5 gig drive for about $500. So, Dave, wouldn't you agree? It does not make sense.
That's right.
To compress a drive any longer.
Mark could say it no better. I don't like doing upgrades on software anyway because sometimes drivers, what will happen is a 16-bit driver, which is an older style, smaller byte driver, will get loaded instead of a 32-bit driver. So what I would do is go one step farther, put the new hard drive in there, and start from scratch with no operating system at all. And that's the only thing I could add to that.
Okay, well, now it's time. It's for you Mac guys out there. It's time for our Mac Minute. So let's go over to Luis. Hey, how's it going over there in the Mac Crack?
It is going great. I don't have crickets tonight. I don't think so.
Not yet, anyway.
Don't taunt the man in the control room.
Say it, didn't I?
Yep, there you go.
Oh, well.
Your wish is our command. So, Mac, what do you have for us tonight?
Well, a lot of people know that virtual memory is the way to go if you want to increase your RAM without actually buying more RAM. But a lot of people don't know that if you have a Power Mac, you can get also for your programs to run on less memory. If you turn on virtual memory on your control panels, if you go to control panels and say memory, you can turn on virtual memory right here. Or you can buy something like RAM Doubler. RAM Doubler uses the same virtual memory scheme. Now, that will give you more RAM based on your hard drive. It uses your hard drive space for RAM. It is slower, but if you have a PowerPC computer, you can run your programs in about anywhere from a meg or 3 megs less. Netscape takes 12 megs to run. If you have virtual memory on, it uses only 10 megs. So that's a great way to use more programs without buying more RAM right off the bat if you have a PowerPC.
That seems like it's pretty simple to do, Luis.
Well, it is, and
that's because it's Macintosh.
Thank you, Laura.
Yeah.
There's two
It's kind of like the hard drive thing. You know, RAM is pretty cheap right now, but sometimes you just don't have the cash.
Well, here we go, folks. Laura just took a shot at me over Max.
We're not going to get into this again.
Am I going to let her get away with it or not?
Yes, you are.
I have 3 minutes in this break to think of a good rebuttal. You hang tight. You'll see what I deliver all when we come back right after this. Hey, Netheads, Jovan here. You know, on Net Talk Live, we try to teach you everything you need to know about the Internet and the World Wide Web. And we understand sometimes we may go a little fast, or you want to review something that we taught you to do while we were on the air. Well, there's a great way to do it. How about just popping a VHS cassette inside your VCR? Record the show. You can go back anytime you want and learn about the websites, the tips, and answers to the questions that we're answering right here for you on Net Talk Live. It's a great way to learn, and it gives you a permanent copy of the show. So please, record Net Talk Live, and don't forget, call your friends and tell them to tune in.
Hot TV asks, do you know which witch? Which witch flies on a big brown broom? Which witch drives a big ugly tank? Which witch casts a spell with the twitch of her nose? Which witch downs brew when things get rough? Which witch has a meddling mother? Which witch is the meddling mother? 2 witches, a bag full of tricks. A double dose of Mama's Family brewed around Bewitched. Weeknights at 5 on KDFI Hot TV 27. What's hot tomorrow? Hot TV. On Hot TV 27. Tomorrow night at 7 on Poltergeist: The Legacy. An ancient evil force is unleashed upon mankind, and only a secret group called The Legacy can fight it. Don't turn out the lights. Tomorrow night at 7, watch Poltergeist: The Legacy. If it's hot, you've got to watch. Hot TV. Hot TV 27, tomorrow night.
Take a good look around. The city is alive. The energy is building. Nobody gets you closer. You're picking up speed. Today is faster than yesterday. Tomorrow is faster than today. Nobody gets you closer. It's a great place we live in. We're on top of it. Nobody gets you closer. Life's too short. Don't waste a minute. Time is precious on this ride we call life. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
The more you read, the more you win. It's easy. Just read 3 books. Then have your parent or teacher call 4IN-TOUCH at 972-299-FOX4 to register you in Read for the Stars. You could win some cool prizes, like a multimedia computer fully loaded with Microsoft software, Dallas Stars hockey tickets, an AMC movie party, or gift certificates to half-price books. Read for the Stars, brought to you by Fox 4, the Dallas Stars, AMC Theaters, half-price books, and Microsoft. Want legal tips right now? Call the Hot TV 27 hotline at 299-3694. Have questions about family law or bankruptcy? Need answers about your job in the law or personal injury? Want information about criminal law? Call the Hot TV 27 hotline at 299-3694. The information you need when you want it.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of NetTalk Live. NetTalk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of NetTalk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
That's Kim Adams. That's our chat chick. You'll see her coming up a little later in the segment. She's the one you chat with when you're chatting with the show. There's some Brian, some of the interns and stuff going on. Say hi, guys. Wave around the corner. Jeff and everybody back there. That's kind of some of the crew and stuff that make this stuff happen as we do this show here live from Dallas, Texas, which is affectionately referred to as a triple cast, which means we're on radio, television, and the internet.
And the world's first live triple cast.
That's it. First live, regularly scheduled triple cast.
That's
I
right.
almost didn't get that one
Since
out.
we're in Texas, we're in the middle of the entire world.
That's right.
Or the center of the universe. How
That's
about
right.
that one? Mm-hmm.
I need some
Speaking of
Hale-Bop
that,
music.
I have a relevant side to that, actually.
A relevant site to what? The middle of the world?
Universe and that
Oh,
kind
really?
of thing, you know.
Oh, we're going back to the Hale-Bop site?
I have no comment on that. God, this is old stuff here.
That is old news. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's go back. Let's see. Let's go to our next call. I'm going to let you go on that Mac one. You were hoping I forgot it there, but I haven't yet.
You did. You forgot.
He hasn't.
I have but you have no rebuttal
I
that's
have not.
appropriate. So.
To what?
To the reason it was so easy. It's because it's a Macintosh.
The reason what was so easy?
What Luis did.
What's she talking
What
about,
did he do?
Jovan?
Get him started.
Jovan, I don't know what
Stop.
she's talking about.
I'm not the Mac expert. I just adore Macintosh. That's all. See, guys, if you never tune in the show, I mean, I have a Macintosh. Jovan's a big PC guy, and I want to buy this new Macintosh, and you just are giving me. You know
Grief,
what?
Laura. You know
Grief.
what?
Grief.
No,
would be-
I don't know what. What am I
grief,
giving you?
Giving me grief because I want to go ahead and get this other Macintosh.
Well,
and the
and you're
reason I
going to.
haven't
Just
thus far
because-
is because you just won't let up.
Just because I told you that your Mac would make an excellent boat anchor does not mean that I don't think you should stay a Mac user. You know?
You know.
If you want to keep on using Macs,
we're gonna tie you up and gag you, Jovan.
You
Laura,
promise?
you now have the crickets and frogs, Laura, so that means
know,
you're doomed.
Look, if you want to keep on using Macs, hey, that's cool. And all I have to say, as a friend of yours, if you're going to keep on using Macs, I don't care, and you can always come use my computer when you have problems. Anyway.
Thank you.
What a nice guy. Let's go to our next call. He's been holding for a while. Let's go to Brian in Fort Worth.
Hi, Brian. Welcome to the show.
Hi, boy. I caught y'all's show about 3 or 4 times before, and I really enjoy it. Hopefully you guys can help me with my problem.
We hope we can. Well, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I sat on the phone with Microsoft for about 3 hours, and they couldn't figure this one out.
Well, let's see if we can do it in 30 seconds.
Okay. I recently installed Microsoft Office 95 onto my computer. I've got a compact Presario. It's a Pentium 150 megahertz. And everything was working fine for about 2 weeks. Did several documents on there. I do a lot of desktop publishing, so I have about 800 and some odd different fonts on there. Booted up my computer, and all of a sudden, I have Line Printer and Courier font available only. All of my screens show that one font. My Windows desktop, all the words for the labels for all the icons are all jammed together and separated by dots.
I bet they look really pretty.
It's gorgeous.
I bet.
And so you basically only have 2 fonts available to you, Brian, right?
Right. Now, I can go into a word processing or a word processing document that I've written in and not have any available fonts to use, but I can highlight a word and it'll tell me, Beauregard or whatever that font is,
Right.
but it doesn't show it.
Okay, well, let's go over to Gadge first. Gadge, I'm going to put you on the spot. What do you think's going on, my friend?
Okay, first of all, you said you have over 800 fonts. Most people, like my machine, has 48 fonts. I would get a font manager, like a Adobe Font Manager, something like that. That is going to help you out because fonts take up tons of memory. Next thing to do, check in your Windows fonts directory and make sure those fonts are present. If they could be deleted. You see on the right-hand side of my screen here, I've got all these different fonts within that directory. That's something to check for. Another thing in the control panel under screens is a desktop settings. And if I pull up, oops, pulled the wrong one here, display under control panel. And within display, look under settings. And this is what sets up your font size and the type of fonts you have within your system. So check those two different things. Look into a font manager. I think you're trying to kill your system with that many fonts online at one time.
Mark, you have anything to add to that as well?
Yeah, I had this happen to me once before when I installed a new word processor. All I had to do was reinstall the fonts into the registry, and this was the key that I found. If you go to the control panel, and I'm gonna back up a little bit because I got it kind of ahead of myself, but if you go into my computer and then into the control panel, somebody's gonna notice that I'm using IE4, but if you'll click on the fonts folder, and once you get in there, you're gonna come up here and click on File, and then Install New Font, and then you're gonna what you do is just gonna surf or browse to where your fonts folder is under Windows. It's Windows and then Fonts, and then select all and reinstall them, and it'll put them into the registry so it can be used among all the other programs that may use fonts wherever they may be. And that's part of the OLE function.
OLE.
I knew that was going to happen. It's object link embedding. In other words, we're going to use the same object among many different programs in Windows. Okay, whether it's a font, like, Word may use the font, Excel may use the font, or Explorer may use that font, and we're going to share these things amongst each other.
So between those two steps, hopefully that should take care of your problem, Brian. Guys, what do you think if we ever have a position on the show for somebody for desktop publishing? We certainly know where Fontman is, don't we?
Right. That's interesting. After 3 hours, Microsoft, if you call Microsoft and ask a question, and after 3 hours, where do you go? That's bad. NetTalk Live.
NetTalk Live. That's an obvious answer.
Fontman to the rescue. Anyway, let's take our next quick call before we go to our break here. Let's go to line 4. It's Russ in Cedar Hill.
Hey, Russ, welcome to the show.
Well, thanks. How you doing tonight?
Doing great. How about yourself?
Well, I'm here.
Okay, good. You got a question?
Yeah, I want to know what all the hype is about the new Pentium MMX systems that are out.
Okay. That's a good question, Russ. Russ's question to the show is, what is this new MMX technology? Is it everything it's cracked up to be? We're going to tell you what MMX technology is, and Laura has a very cool out there site. You're going to love it. Stay tuned. Tell a friend to tune in. We'll be right back after this very, very brief message, and it's worth another keyboard. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
Hey, Netheads. Chat Chick Kim Adams here, and it's time for a CityView.com treasure hunt. Here's what you'll win. Microsoft 95 Natural Keyboard. Here's what you do. Go to CityView.com and find somewhere buried in the site where you can take a virtual tour of Dallas. Be the first caller with the URL to 214-787-1011, and you win, so good luck.
I've made a lot of dumb mistakes with alcohol and drugs. I lost my wife, my job, my house. I was so far down I thought I'd never get up again. But here they say that with God, there's always hope, that nothing's lost that can't be found. And the longest road you travel is the one that leads back home.
Your donated items provide rehabilitation, training, and another chance to thousands of men who want to change their lives. You're not just making a donation, you're making a difference.
Take a good look around. The city is alive. The energy is building. Nobody gets you closer. You're picking up speed. Faster than yesterday. Tomorrow is faster than today. Nobody gets you closer. It's a great place we live in. We're on top of it. Nobody gets you closer. Life's too short. Don't waste a minute. Time is precious on this ride we call life. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody.
The 1997 NFL Draft. Go behind the scenes in a one-hour special and take a look at the latest Cowboys draft strategies. Who do they need? What are they looking for? Who are the top prospects? Plus, we'll take you through the Cowboys offseason and update you on the latest NFL free agent moves. Join us and you'll find out what's in store for the 1997 Dallas Cowboys. Get ready for the NFL Draft by watching Cowboys Draft 97 behind the scenes.
Friday, starting at 7 on Fox 4.
To Buzz.
If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be?
And get new teeth. Or not to Buzz.
So don't you buzz me.
That is the question.
What's the biggest lie you ever told a guy?
I'm going out with my friend. Hi, I'm Andy Wood, host of Buzz, the game where fast-talking, quick-thinking singles get the date of their dream. So make a date with Buzz.
Weeknights at 11 on Hot TV 27.
Live from Dallas, Texas, broadcast worldwide, it's the world's first interactive triple cast. Watch on Hot TV KDFI Channel 27, the live broadcast from the studios of 570 KLIF Radio, and sent worldwide via AudioNet. It's Net Talk Live, with your co-host, Laura Lewis. Gadget Guy, Dave Matthews. Webhead, Mark Markham. And your tour guide to the internet and host of Net Talk, Jovan. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communication superstore. Communication Expo, the first 20,000-square-foot communication superstore. Visit us in North Dallas at Beltline and the Toll Road. Sponsored in part by CityView.com, your local information and entertainment source. Visit us on the World Wide Web at CityView.com. Follow along with the broadcast of Net Talk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com. So boot up your computer, grab your mouse, and join in the fun, learning about the internet and the World Wide Web.
Well, here we go. We're in segment 8 here. It's a long segment, about 14 minutes long, where we're teaching you more about the internet and the World Wide Web. You got a panoramic view of the studios here where we do the Net Talk Live show right here at 570 KLF. It's actually a radio station where we do a radio show, because we go out on radio as well, that we do a TV show at the same time. It's actually pretty cool. We have a lot of fun, and we're in multiple rooms, but I tell you, television makes it look much bigger than it is. Anyway, we were on line 4 with Russ in Cedar Hill, and basically, Russ, correct me if I'm wrong, you wanted to know what this new MMX technology is, right? Do I have that right, Russ? Okay, let's see if I still got him online there. I pushed the wrong button. Anyway, Gadge, I got one for you. You ready for this,
I'm ready.
guys?
Hit me, Jovan.
Mark, you ready for this?
Okay, shoot.
In the break, I went over, Laura's cringing, in the break, I went over to the chat computer. And on chat, Phil, some guy logged in as Phil, actually wrote what MMX is. And his analogy was MMX is sex for your computer. Sex for your Pentium. Is that the best way to describe it?
No. Phil, what are you thinking?
Phil is spending entirely too much time in the news groups.
Oh, gosh.
Phil, get out of chat.
Get a life. Get off the computer. Log off.
It's a
Phil, log off now. Okay, quickly.
Phil, did you know today was a sunny day? All right, Phil.
Is there room on your boat, Dave?
Oh, gosh.
Okay, Dave, let's explain this MMX technology to folks, because, you know, you hear it, you see all these Intel Pentium commercials and stuff. What is MMX and how does it work?
Jovan, ever hear of sliced bread? That is what MMX is. Sliced bread. MMX is cool. MMX is an overlay. It's an extension of 52 new instructions to allow multimedia to work better on your computer. What this means is instead of the little postage stamp that you normally have to watch videos on, it blows it up so you can work in full screen. It also means there's more cache on the processor. Now, cache is a temporary holding space for programs. And you can read all about this at www.intel.com/MMX. You can read about all the neat, interesting, and this is such a cool website.
I love that website.
I love it
It's
too.
very neat.
Just like the commercials with the guys in the suits there dancing around. So much fun. But MMX is something that I'd go with. If you're buying a new machine, buy one with MMX. If you have an old machine, don't upgrade just yet because there isn't enough software out there to support these new instructions. I think there's maybe just a handful of packages that support this technology. However, as a whole, your computer is going to run a lot faster, and when the applications do come, you'll be able to take advantage of this technology. And what's best thing about it is, if you're buying a machine today, it comes with MMX, so you don't have to spend any more to get this technology. But it is the best.
It's the wave of the future there,
That's
Laura.
right.
It's coming out. But, you know, the industry changes all the time, and it's coming out with new advances all the time. And one of the key things of the Internet and the World Wide Web is the fact that you're going to be able to get sound and video and moving pictures on your computer, and MMX is kind of paving the way for that. But I want to give everybody the numbers to know again just one more time. 214-787-1570, that's the local number, or the 800 line is 800-583-1570, so we can catch that 800 line and take your calls from all around the country and put you right on the show. But Laura, I know you have a cool website,
Now,
right?
before we go to this site, I just want to explain something real quick to you, Jovan. You know, before I do the show, either I check out sites that viewers or listeners have sent to me through my email. And today, I just went through and I surfed. And you know what? I spent 3 hours looking for sites. And that was a long time for me. Usually only take me about an hour and a half or whatever. And you know what I'm looking for? The qualities I'm looking for, Jovan. I'm looking for visually appealing, very well organized, well written, and very quick to load. And, you know, boy, it was a headache. But this is a really good one. You know the X-Files? Here is the real X-Files. And you want to go into Laura's favorite picks. And if you want to go ahead and show that, guys, the real X-Files, check this out. Unexplained Phenomenon, True Stories and Mysteries. If you want to scroll down, Brandon, let's show them our cool little disappearing guy. Watch this, Jovan. There he is, and there he isn't. And it says, these are true tales of the unexplained and paranormal, and no Mulder or Scully, I guess, here. But anyway, the truth is out there. If you want to scroll down, Jovan, look at this. I've got some really wonderful stories. What I was interested in was the Lost Continent, because Atlantis kind of fascinates me. I'm real into sci-fi and all that. So click on that, Brandon, and it tells an entire story about Atlantis, what's the scoop on it. Again, this is well written. It's got a really cool graphic of what they think Atlantis looked like, according to Edgar Casey, that kind of thing. That's really, really fun. And go ahead now, Brandon, let's go check out the other one, the Glass Virgin. Jovan,
the what?
The Glass Virgin. If you want to go to that one, I think you're going to have to back up and click on the Glass Virgin. What that is, did you hear about the building? What is this? Scroll down and we can show the picture of it. You hear about that building. Where is this building? That's in Clearwater, Florida. Look, Jovan, see this? Remember this?
I remember this.
You know, and they're saying, what is this, like a phenomenon that's happened because...
This was, let me explain real quick. This was a building, a downtown building, and if you look in the glass of the building, supposedly you can see the Virgin Mary's likeness.
This is a Seminole Finance building, and they say that a lot of people really believe that this is an apparition of the Virgin Mary, and they're trying to say, well, you know, maybe it's an irregularity in the glass and all this good stuff, but pretty fascinating, and this site is very well done. Really, really neat stories in here. I read about the Philadelphia experiment and what happened to the boat after that. You know, that's a boat that disappeared, and the sailors, like they had some problems with the sailors disappearing after that. I mean, real strange things. I love it, and these are all true stories, so just check this out. It's really, really fun.
That's a cool site. It sounds like one you could stay in for an hour or two, keep on going in and looking up stories and finding information.
And yeah, that's right. It's got some really, really interesting
stories. That's right, Jovan. You can stay there for hours.
It's just worth it to go to see the little disappointed guy.
Wonderful things about the extraordinary.
And
The
you
real
too can
X-Files.
sound like Don LaPrey if you spend too much time in that site.
So did you like that one?
I like that site.
Yeah, well,
I
it's
really do.
Good. I'm
like
glad.
that site.
Good.
Anyway, let's go to our next call. Let's go to line 3, David in Garland.
Hi, David. Welcome to the show. You're on Net Talk Live.
Hello.
Hey.
How are y'all tonight?
Doing great. Thank you.
My question is I am a user of America Online,
Okay.
and I am not too accurate, too fast, and a little too slow for typing. And what I'm looking for, is there a product that's available that will give you the capabilities of speaking that will put your words into type into the chat rooms?
Into the chat rooms. Well, there's plenty of programs that will actually put your words into type. One of them's called Dragon Dictate. Is that right, Mark? Drag and dictate is the one that when you, especially if you can say dictate right, dictate, anyway, that will actually transcribe what you're saying into words. Is that right?
Yeah. It's Dragon Systems. I was just looking it up when you mentioned it. Dragon Systems, I believe it's at, I'm almost sure it's at dragonsystems.com, but we'll continue looking it up. Yeah, but what it does is a text or a speech-to-text and text-to-speech, where you actually learn to, when you're speaking to your computer, it can actually type, and you can do keystrokes with it and F-key functions and all kinds of stuff. And what's really cool about this software is it actually learns your voice, the inflex and the way you carry your voice. It actually remembers it and memorizes it so that, you know, you can, the way you talk specifically, it just kind of gets smarter. It's kind of based on technology developed by a guy named Raymond Kurzweil, who is the genius in text-to-speech or speech-to-text technology. It's absolutely wonderful. If you want to do hands-free computing, you can do that.
Now, Dave, now the question in the second half of it there is, it sounds like a gadget thing, is can you take this software that, should we say, takes what you say and types it, can it be parlayed over into chat rooms?
That's pretty tricky. I remember, I think we have a viewer in St. Louis, or a listener, Mike, who's vision impaired, and he's called us a couple times about how he uses his computer to talk two-way. So I know it can be done. You might want to look that way, look for a disability type package for that. Another thing, IBM has a software called voice text, something of that nature, and that might do it as well. So this is very cool if you could just sit back and hang out, but I'd bet there'd be tons of errors. The computers just aren't good enough to handle this. And this is another thing that MMX is going to take advantage of. So as soon as more MMX applications come out, we might have just you'll be speaking to Hal. What are you doing, Dave?
That's pretty interesting. That's going to be the next wave of the future. So check it out. I would assume you could go to a search engine and just type in chat plus voice plus technology. Try that on a search engine. That might help you find some of the sites. But speaking of chat, it's time for our very own chat chick. Let's go over to Kim Adams. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Jovan. I'm over here, and I don't have any impressions to do tonight for anybody. I just have a cool chat site. What it is irchelp.org, and I think I featured this site once before, but we didn't get it archived. It's a great site. You can download the MIRC 5.0, which was released on April the 2nd. I didn't mention it last week, but you can download that. It's got MIRC commands on there. You can get pages of emoticons. You can get FAQs, frequently asked questions, and all kinds of general MIRC help from that wonderful chat site.
And Chat Chick, what's an emoticon?
An emoticon is a little symbol that you can just, if you're smiling, you do a little colon and a little half a parentheses, and it just, you know, kind of shows your mood. Or you can do a little same kind of thing and somebody's sticking out your tongue, and all kinds of fun things to just bring life to your chat and also to your email.
We have to have her show that sometime.
Oh, I'd love to. I'll plan on doing that
That'd be really good.
That would be good to do a short segment on all the various emoticons and stuff like
and
that.
And acronyms as well.
Well, I will work on that, but that's my chat site for the evening.
Like
excellent.
ROFL.
Rolling on the floor laughing. Which we do a lot here on the show.
That's right, or LOL, laughing out loud. Those
laughing
are some of the things. So we'll have that coming up in another segment. Thanks a lot, Kim. That's a good segment. By the way, folks, MIRC or Perch, P-I-R-C-H, right?
Yes.
I think I'm saying that right. MIRC or Perch are two programs, or the software programs you use to communicate via chat on the internet. And of course, you can go to our website at nettalklive.com, and if you'll click on it where it says software or free software, you can go to our site and you can download these programs. You'll see where you have it on our page where we have free software here, and we have all the different stuff we talk about. But if you're interested in chatting on the internet, and you're getting a direct connection to the internet, because a lot of times you can't do it. It's not like an America Online or a Prodigy where their rooms don't cross-communicate with other platforms on the internet. You'd want to have MIRC or Perch. We use Perch here on the show.
And they could join chat, Jovan?
Right.
Just go to join chat icon?
Just go to join chat, download it, go to join chat. It'll fire it up on your computer, and you can join us chatting during the show. Anyway, we're headed into the last segment of the show. It's the very last one. We're going to have some fun. We're going to tell you more about what's going on during the week. Tell a friend to tune in. And don't forget to sign up for those Optimal computers that we're giving away. We're giving away 4 Optimal computers in a few weeks. Hang tight. We'll be right back after this very, very brief message.
Hey there, netheads. Mark Markham, your webhead here, with an important update about our website at www.nettalklive.com. It's always important to be sure and check in at our website at least 2 or 3 times a week so you can keep up with the free software, free hardware, and all the cool hot site links from the week's show before. Remember, be sure and check out the website, www.nettalklive.com, at least 2 or 3 times a week. We'll see you there.
Next on Springer, meet Ray.
What's up, Jared? Well, nothing. I've just been hanging.
Ray's been cheating, and he's about to get busted. Plus,
Well, this sounds like a wonderful guy.
He's a dog, but I love him. I can't help it.
Steve is dating Chassie, and he picked the wrong woman to be seeing on the side.
I'll be there to haunt him until he dies.
Hey, Jerry, I believe that, too.
The other woman fights back. That's Jerry Springer.
Monday at 9 on Hot TV 27.
On an all-new Knights, contact has been made.
Friend Teague, he's dialed into the aliens.
They finally arrived.
They're here.
Who is here?
The aliens.
And they mean business.
That's how they infiltrate dead bodies.
Oh my God, Mitch, it's Teague.
So be very afraid.
Good guy. Found him.
We're not alone anymore.
Come on, punch is gonna blow! Oh, go, go!
On an all-new Knights. Baywatch Nights.
Monday at 8 on Hot TV 27.
Hi, I'm Joe Lara of Tarzan, The Epic Adventures. We're conducting a nationwide search for Jane. If you think you can handle the part, we'd like to hear from you. For more details on how to enter our search for Jane, watch Tarzan, The Epic Adventures. You never know, I could be saying, I'm Tarzan, you're Jane.
The city is alive. The energy is building. You can feel it. You're picking up speed. We're on top of it. You can see it. Life's too short. Don't waste a minute. Fox 4 News at 9. You can do it. Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News. Nobody. A week in the city.
Many workers were overcome by fumes. Turns out it was pepper spray.
There are a lot of places in the city of Dallas where you just can't walk and be safe.
Developer Ray Nasher is giving the city of Dallas his collection of modern sculpture.
We're getting some unusual weather here and across the country for this time of the year.
Shannon Richardson grabbed her son and jumped out the third-story window, landing on her car.
Nobody gets you closer than Fox 4 News.
The more you read, the more you win. It's easy. Just read 3 books. Then have your parent or teacher call 4 in Touch at 972-299-FOX4 to register you in Read for the Stars. You could win some cool prizes, like a multimedia computer fully loaded with Microsoft software, Dallas Stars hockey tickets, an AMC movie party, or gift certificates to half-price books. Read for the Stars, brought to you by Fox 4, the Dallas Stars, AMC Theaters, half-price books, and Microsoft.
We're back. It's the world's best live triple cast. If you or your company needs an exciting and effective website created, then you need the best web development team in the business. The cast and crew of NetTalk Live. NetTalk Live will create a highly effective website for you or your business. Just give us a call at 800-673-3836. That's 800-673-3836. Follow along with the broadcast of NetTalk Live by going to our homepage at www.nettalklive.com. To send email during the show, address it to nettalk@nettalklive.com.
NTL in the USA. NTL in the USA.
That sounds pretty good.
Okay, folks, we're back giving you this Net Talk Live stuff all across the USA. Yes, of course, you can join us now in 70 cities tuning in here, having fun, talking about the Internet and the World Wide Web, getting your questions answered, and hopefully solving some of your frustrations with the Internet and the World Wide Web and turning you on to some great things, because Laura's going to show us another site in a minute. But anyway, let's go to our 800 line. Let's go to Aaron from Red River, New Mexico, joining us on KHFT.
Wow. Hey, Aaron, how you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Doing great. You got a question?
Yeah. I need to know,
when you're in Windows and you're going to shut down, is it best, click start and then shut down, or can you just turn off the computer? Because in school, the teachers always said, do not do that, just. So I just want to know which is the best way to really shut down the computer.
There is an interesting school of thought there that if you just shut off your computer, Laura, and don't shut it down the proper way, that you can actually mess it up or lose data or stuff. But that's kind of a gadget question. So, Gadge, why is it that, which one's best in your recommendation, and why is there this myth if you just shut off the computer you can lose data?
I was getting flashbacks of skiing in Red River. What a cool city that is. But anyway, you need to do a shutdown, and here's why. Windows keeps files open called swap files, and these files are the data that you're working on your computer. If you turn your computer off, these files stay open, they don't get shut down correctly, and eventually you'll have a fragmented, corrupted disk. So shut down the computer every time.
There you go. That's an easy one to answer there, and that certainly makes sense to me, and it's a good way just to avoid problems. Now, Laura, I know you have another cool, but you're coming up with some doozies.
Well,
so what's
thanks.
this website?
Well, we've been doing the Shape Up for Summer thing, and by the way, congrats to you and to Mark to really shaping up. And,
thanks.
And if you go underneath Laura's favorite picks, it'll say Health for Men Only.
Okay.
And this is actually Men's Health Online, Men's Health Magazine, but they have a wonderful website, Jovan. Again, it's visual, it's beautiful, it's very well written. If you want to scroll down, Brandon, we're going to go down here and we're going to click on the index, because I want to go in and see all the little features they've got. So we're going to go into the index. And we are hopefully going to go where I want to go.
What all is in
what
this
do I do?
site?
Tap dance here. Basically, what we're going to do is, just there's everything to do with men's health, and it's just a real fun site. Look, here we go. Down here at the bottom, Giovanni, if you see, they've got all these different categories. We're going to click on Eat This, which I thought was kind of fun. It's relevant to nutrition.
Eat this.
Eat this.
Eat
And
this.
I'm a clinical nutritionist, so I think this is kind of fun. And look how pretty this looks.
Very
it's really
nice.
fun. The graphics are great. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to go to Quick Cuisine there. I love the way they spell that. A recipe database. And not only does this have great information, but it's done very, very well. Let's go over here. I'm going to find a recipe according to maybe by the situation. So, Brandon, let's go check that out. Look at that. Let's see. Do I want to find a recipe to impress my in-laws? Something like that. We're not going to click on there, but I just want to show you that. Go on up, Brandon, to by ingredient right there. Click on ingredient. Let's go to pasta. One of my favorite things, and we're going to look up a pasta recipe. I want to show you how in-depth this is. We're going to go into orzo. I already clicked on that before. Orzo with roasted garlic. Does that sound good, Siobhan? We're going to go there, and it shows a wonderful recipe, but at the very bottom, if we can show the entire screen here, at the very bottom, very good, nutritional info, Siobhan. It says here how many calories are in it per serving, how many grams of fat, the whole thing. I mean, this is great. You can print it out and have these, and as I said, you can even choose the recipes for whatever situation you would like. I love that Italian music there.
Exceptional. I like that.
That's a really, real nice site, though. But it's got, jam-packed full of information, sports, health, fitness, anything to do with men's issues. It's really in there.
Another great site.
Good,
Anyway,
thank
we
you.
got time for one more call, folks. We got to make it real quick. Let's go to Benjamin in Waxahachie.
Hi, Benjamin. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, fine, thanks.
Cool. Actually, I have two questions.
Okay.
One is a friend of mine. I go on the internet a lot, and I go into the news groups, and I download programs. And a friend of mine told me that I'm probably going to get arrested for downloading programs from the news groups. And I was just wondering if that's true.
Arrested?
Yeah, well, or that somebody might, just like overlook or see me doing this, and my server might shut me down for taking programs out.
That's it. I've never heard about that. Mark, what's the best thing in news groups? Who's watching the news groups? And if there's a program out there on the news group, I guess rule of thumb is don't download something you should be paying for in the store. That's how you get in trouble.
Pretty much.
Anything else you add to that, Mark?
Yeah, pretty much is if you ain't supposed to have it, don't get it. And if you do by accident, get rid of it. Because I can tell you for a fact that Big Brother can and will watch and will find you if they need to. All servers and all the providers keep logs of who you are, when you get there, what group you're in, what you've downloaded, and all those things. There was an article in the news last week. They arrested some 48 different people across the country who were participating in news groups and doing things that we find illegal here in the United States. And so, yeah, they can find out who you are. If you don't want to get caught, don't do it.
Dave, great show, my friend.
And that was from Benjamin in Waxahachie. We know where you are.
Dave, another good show.
Thank you.
I
I just love this show so much. Like, where else in America can I sit here and be someone else? And Don, Pardo or
whatever his name
And
is.
thanks to the Gadget Girls
Don
for coming
LaPrey.
out.
Mark, good show.
Hey guys, this is Webhead on Laura's nutritional diet, and after 4 weeks, you know,
Hey now.
that's
Very
right,
good.
that's me. And it's a great show.
Laura,
guys.
good show.
Thank you
Laura.
very much. We'll have some treats in the future, too.
got
I
some great
might even have
sites
a
coming up.
personal trainer show up here one night, get you guys to do push-ups. What do you think?
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I'll
Okay,
do that.
folks, we're wrapping it up. It's another Net Talk Live. Join us again next Sunday. Same time, same place, same station, same dial. Go to the website. Enter for the free Pentium computers, folks. And don't forget, the meet, greet, and learn for you folks in Dallas-Fort Worth. We love you. We'll see you same time next Sunday, and get ready with your VCR to record the show.
This has been Net Talk Live. Net Talk Live is a presentation of AudioNet, the broadcast network on the internet. 570 KLIF, home of the Talk Team, and Hot TV KDFI, Channel 27. Net Talk Live is brought to you by Microsoft, developers of the world's leading computer software, including the Internet's smartest web browser, Internet Explorer. Get smart. Download your free copy of Internet Explorer now. Communication Expo, your one-stop low-price communications superstore. Sponsored in part by CityView.com, your local information and entertainment source. If you'd like to become a sponsor of Net Talk or have your website or computer product shown on the air, just give us a call. This is Net Talk, the world's first triple cast. Net Talk is everything you need to know about the internet and how to use it. Tell your friends about Net Talk, and we'll see you again next week. Net Talk Live is owned and produced by Infotainment Telepictures.